Having analyzed the results of our activities for the past year, the management of our company decided to conduct an advertising campaign. As part of our marketing strategy, we plan to start producing a new product, a powder for colds in a polyethylene bag measuring 6 by 8 centimeters. We have been manufacturing pharmaceuticals for 20 years, and we are constantly mastering new products. Our company is part of a large production association in Krasnodar. We use different pharmaceutical equipment corresponding to GMP requirements and standards, unit for dehydration of water solutions, and extracts in a fluidized bed apparatus, rotary tablet machines, automatic line for packing tablets into plastic film, and foil and other high-tech machines and devices. To launch the new product, it was necessary to obtain hygienic certificates for the products, and send a few samples of powder for quality analysis. It was necessary to purchase a filling machine for pilot batches. I, as a leading pre-production technologist, was tasked with finding equipment for powder packing. The machine was to be located in the analytical laboratory of our company. It was planned to use plastic bags, intended for food products, for powder output. As a technologist, I understand that in all stages of production, it is important to meet the requirements for pharmaceuticals. Humidity levels should not exceed 75%. Temperature in the room should be from 0 to plus 20 degrees Celsius. In pharmaceutical production, it is necessary to carry out analytical quality control of raw materials, finished products. We must use quality equipment to meet the requirements of hygienic services. Therefore, I took the choice of automatic equipment for packing powder, from colds into plastic bags, seriously. I began the solution of the difficult problem with the most popular way: search on the internet. On the recommendation of colleagues, the first thing I did was to contact European manufacturers. By myself, I chose 2 companies, one in Italy and one in Slovenia. After sending a request to their email address, after 3 days I received a reply from the Italian company, which said that they could not supply equipment due to the suspension of its production. The company from Slovenia said in an email that they did not work with CIS countries. The first step did not turn out to be a good one for me. I understood that there are no hopeless situations, so I continued to look for a solution to the problem. I found similar equipment for packaging powders and granules in pharmaceutical production from a Chinese company. I contacted them by phone. The manager started talking to me in Chinese, and I finished the conversation. In the end, I came to the conclusion that I would not be able to choose the equipment for packaging powder by myself, and I decided to turn to a specialist. I needed a professional who would give complete information about the machine, its capabilities, test on the equipment with our powder, tell me about the terms of delivery. It was decided from the very beginning not to look at Chinese intermediaries, since Chinese manufacturers often have their own direct intermediaries. I didn't want to go through this stage all over again, so I decided to turn to Russian intermediaries for help. I made the choice of a specialist, based on the following criteria: long period of work in the market of pharmaceutical equipment sales, positive customer feedback, the availability of information on the company's website, and convenient terms of delivery of the machine. According to these parameters, I selected 4 companies. After sending an email request to all of them, I still have not received a response from 2 of them. One company from Khabarovsk warned me that they don't have their own delivery service. I was not satisfied with this option. Only one manager from Moscow was able to quickly give me competent and constructive answers to my questions. I also liked the business-like approach of this specialist. The manager of this company was polite, asked a lot of clarifying questions about the required capacity of the equipment, what material we use for packaging, the desired size of sachets of powder for colds. After preliminary consultations over the phone, the specialist proposed a machine for packing powder into plastic bags. I coordinated this option with the management of our company, and we signed a contract for the delivery of the selected machine. During the whole period of manufacturing, I received an email report on the readiness of my order. When the machine was made, the manager sent a video clip of the equipment, tested on our raw material. My order was delivered within the time specified in the contract. The machine was made of stainless steel. The powder was loaded into a special hopper, from which it was transferred to a batch feeder. The operation of the equipment was simple and straightforward. Perhaps I would not have gotten such an excellent result in such a short time if I had gone the route of selecting the equipment myself. Experience showed that the decision to ask for professional help in selecting automatic equipment for filling powder into polyethylene bags was the right one. By talking to a real professional, I have become a little smarter myself, learned a lot, and am absolutely convinced that a good teacher is one whose words and deeds don't differ. I checked it out on my own experience.